Hi, welcome back to another episode of Mark B Optimized, where we endeavor to inspire us and motivate us through real life experiences. Did you know that forced philanthropy might be the leading cause of family resentment, where you have the father is being resented by the children and even spouses resenting each other because of this forced philanthropy? Here I'm talking about a situation where you find yourself living with numerous members of family or loved ones. Here is a situation where you find yourself paying school fees for anyone and everyone in the village, your siblings, your uncles, children. You're still the same person that you required to buy that bull that is supposed to mate the village cow. You're the same person that is supposed to buy that befitting coffin to bury our loved ones. And during the funeral, you're still the same person that is supposed to feed the mourners. An even recent trend that you find yourself in numerous WhatsApp group where you need to fund to contribute towards probably visiting a near loved one. All these other things that you're always in the thick of things when it comes to finances. So basically what I'm calling forced philanthropy is what is commonly known as the black tax. And this one now informs our topic of the day. Black tax is therefore a term that originated in South Africa, which refers to money that is sent back home to provide to the family, to your siblings, to the extended family, often out of obligation or a deeply ingrained sense of family responsibilities. Umuntu, Gumuntu, Gabantu, which literally means a person is a person through other people, is an African philosophy Ubuntu that probably subscribes from the adage, it takes a village to raise a child. While there might be some truth in this, where do we draw the line? Is black tax or forced philanthropy a burden? Is there a mental or emotional price that we need to pay while dealing with this complex issue? And who benefits from this? Is it the receiver or the giver? I have interacted with people who have testimonies of how this black tax thing has affected them. It has rattled their marriages. They've not been able to support their families. And worse still, they get to a point they even acquire debts so that they can fulfill those obligations back at home. This individual ends up downgrading their lives. They don't take their children to the school that they deserve because they have the money. They live in neighborhoods that probably are not at par simply because they have to meet these ingrained responsibilities back at home. It would be inconsiderate of me at this point to imply that helping is wrong. No, there's nothing wrong when it comes to helping. But now, how far do you stretch this hand of philanthropy? When these boundaries are not drawn, the resentment that we talked about earlier more often than not kicks in. You find your children are resenting their cousins. Why? Because you spend so much time investing in your brother who is now doing so well, probably living in a better estate in these posh areas, yet you're still stuck in some shanty town somewhere. Why? Because you sacrifice. So that feeling of betrayal, that feeling of my father never invested in me, that feeling of my husband never invested in our family, somehow kicks in, and there's resentment, there's friction. So in essence, in the 25 to 30 years that you were energetic, working, and had the opportunity to save, you did not save. Why? Because you felt the need to support people who saw you through your success. And again, I am going to reiterate, it is a good thing. But now here you are, you're old, you don't have the energy anymore, you never invested anywhere. Now that you're retired, you don't have the salary. What happens? You've created that perpetual cycle whereby now you will be expecting your children again to support you in old age because you don't have any other source of money. They are your investment. And at times hoping that the people that you help along the way should support you. You feel it is their responsibility to support. And if they do not, again, that resentment is birthed, that resentment is watered. Award-winning novelist Sifiso Mzobe calls these trajectories that are projected by African parents to their children as perfectas trajectorium. I will say that it is commendable to help, but I'm for the opinion that we should put ourselves first. Our primary responsibility is ours. Before we even think of supporting other people, we should probably see how we can get ourselves out of any possible financial mess. Let us be true to ourselves. Let us realize that it is okay to own cars. Let us also agree to the fact that it is okay for our children to go to schools that they deserve. Let us agree that we need to create wealth that we can leave to other generations, so that this other generation will be able to create wealth, which is in essence going to lift everyone on their way up. So then, how can we overcome this delicate balance? For starters, we need to stop being the family's ATM. We need to stop disclosing how much we earn. We need to learn to say no, especially to things that you know are being asked for and they're not necessary. We also need to come up with a budget whereby we stipulate how much needs to go towards supporting the parents, how much needs to go towards supporting somebody's education out there, but a strict budget which we need to adhere to. And lastly, I'm for the opinion that we need to pay a lot of attention towards our financial needs. And better still, let us learn to pay ourselves first. There is nothing wrong with that. I do understand what I've shared in this video is quite a delicate balance. If you factor any of what I've talked about it, you will find that it will be a little bit hard to start. But when you do, people will get to understand you. You will be able to secure something for the future generation. And usually, you will be able to avoid a possible ridicule that more often than not comes from the same people that will help them on their way up. Usually they go like, he had the opportunity working with this big organization, and look at him today, he's herding goats. He was not as wise enough to spare some money for his retirement. Now he's always calling us. They will not even pick your phone calls, and it is just human nature. So this is a very delicate balance. Please consider all the factors that I have mentioned and those that I have not, because if you do not balance this delicate issue, you will be the laughing stock. You will be that person that will be sent to the shops during Christmas holidays. You will be the same person that they will be sending some sugar so that you can prepare that local brew for everyone to enjoy. You're the same person that they will send you money to go looking for that bull that is going to be slaughtered for Christmas. Respect yourself by taking charge of your finances. Somebody who's in their 30s addressing you in your 65, in your 70s years like their child. Why? Because they have the money now, you don't. And the reason why you do not have is because you are not in control of your finances. In Proverbs 13:22, a good man leaves an inheritance to his children. There you go, my friends. I salute you for watching my videos and follow me for more. Until the next episode, refuse to be a victim of forced philanthropy.